welcome back. If you are new, welcome. My name is Kay. I am a zero-based cash budgeter, and in this video I am going to be doing my monthly reset for January 2024. So let's get started. So like I said, welcome back. This is part 2 of my January 2024 budget. If you've missed that first video, I will go ahead and link it up above so that you can go watch that first if you want. Today is about budgeting for the month of January. I'm going to close out December and budget for bills in February since I am a month ahead. I went ahead and did a little bit of the pre-filling out so that this video doesn't get too long. But I did my December budget closeout and we did very, very well. I actually was left with a $500 balance, and it's mostly because such a busy month. I ran out of time to do any sort of budgeting for a lot of the extra money I earned this month. So just to kind of take you through this really quickly, my actual was very much, it was a little bit better than I had thought it was going to be. For my bonus money, I got a Christmas bonus as well as a longevity bonus this year. So I got quite a bit. What is that? Almost $2,900 in bonus money. My house sitting and pet sitting increased about $100. My Amazon business, however, did not do so well this month, and it's because we ran into some problems with Amazon and they started pulling product for certain testing, which I don't believe we need, so we're still trying to figure that out. So our income, I do have another, I think, payment on December 31st, but I'm not going to include it in this month's budget. We'll just roll it over into January since we're just running out of time. So I'm closing Amazon out with an income of $200 for the month of December, which overall did very well this month. I brought home $7,687. Next up is my credit card section here, and if you are interested in this worksheet, I do have a monthly worksheet and a weekly worksheet down in the freebies of my descriptions box. I learned how to budget monthly when I worked for a state university. A lot of state employees, government employees, they get paid once a month, so I learned how to budget monthly, but I do have a weekly budget worksheet, and my friend Eva over at Mommy with the Money does an excellent job of using the weekly budget worksheet. So if you want to head on over to her channel, I will link her description also in my descriptions, but y'all need to go head over there. She's really good at doing her weekly budget and filling out this worksheet for her finances. But I wanted to jump now to the credit card section. I have 2 cash reward credit cards that I pay my bills through. They are auto drafted to my credit card. And then of course, some of the spending money that I do in my sinking fund categories, I use my card, and that these 2 cash reward credit cards pay for a subscription that I have that's about $20 a month. So by doing this, I pay for that subscription with my cash rewards card. Anyway, the balance is a little less than this because I did go ahead and put the cash rewards towards the credit cards. I close out my credit cards at the end of every month. Separately, that was an $1,182 about, it's probably more like $1,160 that I need to pay right after this video. My bills for January came out a little less than I was expecting because my utilities did not increase like they did last year. But I did have a budgeting whoopsie, and I missed a streaming for Stars. I signed up for Stars on a promotional rate in June of 2023, and it ended up renewing and I forgot to cancel, so blah. Long story short, I still think I did great though for my bills. I budgeted $2,744, but I only actually needed $2,680, so we came out ahead in the bills section. Also for my weekly spending money, I have some pocket money that I stuff every week. That was also low, and it's mostly because December is such a crazy month. I was so busy. And then of course I was also spending money through my Christmas fund, which I think psychologically reduced my weekly spending because I was spending so much money, but I had saved the Christmas money. But anyway, I think I kind of just fooled myself into thinking that I was spending money, so therefore I didn't need to spend my pocket money. So the month ended with only $230 spent out of a $300 monthly budget. So I did very, very good. To check in here on my notes, I do a little bit of monthly goal setting to break up my yearly goals into smaller bites. I do a mid-month check-in on the bills, which I did. I fully funded my anniversary trip. I collected my savings challenges for 2024. I think I'm going to get pretty far into the year with what I've purchased so far, and I think I've only spent, I want to say maybe $50 on savings challenges. And I want to keep that amount low because I definitely don't want to spend money on things that are supposed to be helping save me money. Seems counterintuitive. So I'm collected a lot of freebies as well, and I will continue to collect freebies throughout the year, but looking forward to supporting everyone's channels in the small way that I can by sending you guys to new budgeting friends. And also I saved money for property taxes, which of course I didn't need. So it says pay property taxes, but I didn't need. It actually went to the laptop. And the last goal I wanted was to buy my significant other's birthday present, which I did with the Christmas money. So I didn't need separate birthday money for that. So I feel very good about December. My sinking funds, of course, because I wasn't budgeting for such a high bonus, I was basically over in all my categories. I was able to save a little bit more, if not a lot more, and quite a bit. My HOA, I had to fully fund. I got confused and thought I had a yearly due, but it's a semi-annual due. So HOA is getting paid after this video as well. Let's see, I did fully fund memberships for 2024, so I'm not funding that category. I was able to increase my new Costco envelope with extra grocery money. A lot came from the weekly rollover, grocery money rollover, so that's nice. And then I did have a little more expenses in wellness because I had to go to the dentist. It was my 6-month cleaning and x-rays, I believe. And then I did want to allocate $500 in rollover for the month of January, since I don't do a whole lot of house sitting and pet sitting in January. And I was able to add $381, I believe, between the money I didn't spend in my weekly pocket envelopes and the amount I was able to allocate extra, since I was earning a little extra in my income. So overall, I budgeted to sink in $1,896 into my sinking funds, but actually contributed over $4,000. Pretty mind-blowing. So just to recap, income was higher, bills were lower, variable spending was lower, and so I was able to save quite a bit in my sinking funds. So I am left with a $527 balance that we are going to most likely roll over into the month of February, since I've already allocated $500 in my rollover for January. So this is just going to stay in my bank account. And I do have some investing, which I'm going to start tracking a new health savings or a high yield savings account for my 100 envelopes challenge, which I mentioned in my yearly budget reset. So we are done with December, and now I just kind of want to move into the January budget. I didn't quite fill in all of my sinking funds because I wanted to do that with you here. So just to recap, I'm going to have the same full-time income. I'm going to budget the $500 January rollover into my sinking funds. I am right now only booked for one house sitting, and that will bring me $405. And I'm going to budget a low Amazon income because I'm still not sure if we're going to be able to resolve all of our issues that I'm having with Amazon. So I'm going to just say a $200 income. So that brings a budget income of $4,800. I'm going to stick with the typical mortgage, Wi-Fi, utility, stuffing. I shouldn't have anything in lawn care, streaming, or subscriptions. So that brings a $680 weekly budget and a $27.18 monthly budget for bills. And I am budgeting a month ahead, so I'm budgeting for February. My spending category in my wallet, my cash envelopes, this is what I spend for gas, groceries, dining out, entertainment, and miscellaneous. This is what I will be stuffing for the week and what I will contribute for the month. Whatever I don't use, I will roll over into my sinking funds or roll over into the next week if there's time. I do have some monthly goals, which of course kind of messy. I added some, but I do have a mid-month check-in. I believe at mid-month I should be able to know whether I'm going to roll over that whole 500 or if I'm going to need it for something. So I will budget that in mid-month. I have a goal, a yearly new goal set to contribute an additional $40 in my extra principal. So we're going to include that here in my budget. And I want to start researching investment opportunities. I want to start investing a little bit to make a little more passive income. So I need to start looking at all the different options out there. My boyfriend, Justin, he has started investing in if I can remember the app name, I'll pop it up on the screen, but I want to look into that for myself. He's making money using this investment app, so I'm going to try that out for myself, I believe. And I'm going to stay within budget for our anniversary and birthday spending. My Justin has a birthday on the 12th and our anniversary is on the 28th. So we are going to do a lot of celebrating since I also planned a winter trip this January. So the goal for January is just to stay within budget. End of story. I do need to save some money for his birthday dinner. However, I did make plans to go to the Drake in Dallas. And then I am going to start funneling my 100 envelopes challenge money into my high yield savings account. And I also need to start looking into new homeowners and auto insurance in case those premiums go up. I believe my homeowners gets renewed in April, but my auto is renewing in January. So we might need to be doing a little bit of budgeting, for these two categories since I do want to get that bundle deal. So that's going to be the January budgeting focus for the new year. So let's jump into extra principal. Let me get my blue pen because I prefer to have everything the same color. So for extra principal, we're going to budget $240. And month ahead is going to get its usual $200. Business expenses is going to get $100. I'm going to try and give laptop $100 as well. Although in order to stay on my 2024 goal, laptop needs a contribution of about $250 a month. But, we're going to see how far I can get. And maybe savings challenges can help supplement this category if I complete savings challenges by the end of the month. Hair and beauty is going to get $75. My vacation is also about $250 a month to stay within target for my yearly goals, but I can definitely budget $150 right now. Schmoopy is going to get, so Schmoopy is my boyfriend, he's going to get $50, and same with my personal, I'm going to get $50. Christmas, in order to save my $900 for Christmas, I need to budget $75 for the month. Anniversary, in order to plan another winter trip like I did this year, we need to save at least $80 a month for that. Car insurance is $125 to make a 6-month premium payment every 6 months. I'm trying to reduce this by saving for a year, so if I can supplement more in this category, I will. Car care is going to get $30. We're saving for my car registration right now. HOA needs $33, and that is to make a $200 payment semi-annually. Home care is going to get $75. I need to focus again on my home. I did a lot in 2023 funding the Amazon business, so I need to get back to, basically taking care of the home I just bought. So I'm going to need to buy a weed whacker. I need to handle the winter weeds that are popping up around my fence line. And so I'm going to try and do that myself this winter. Costco is going to get an additional $40, and that's to buy any bulk items I need for the month. Deductibles, this is actually my 100 envelopes challenge. This challenge is going to get $45. It's going to cover 2 envelopes this month. If I can contribute more, I will. Happy Hour is going to get 40. Don't expect to use Happy Hour, but we're going to budget for it. Gifts is next. It's going to get 50. Clothing is going to get 50. And wellness is going to get 50. And this total, okay guys, I had to whip out the computer, figure out what I messed up on the spreadsheet on my computer, but I figured it out. I had different amounts in both my my income and also in my wallet. So we ended with a savings challenge contribution of $143, which left us a total of $1,801 in the sinking funds. So when we subtract all of my expenses from my income, we have a zero-based cash budget. So that completes my budget for January 2024. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you enjoy these types of videos, please consider subscribing. I plan on doing my mid-month check-in January 15-ish. So next up, my next video is going to be my cash stuffing for the first week of January. So I will see you guys in the next video. All right, bye for now.